Yes.
In general?
Business. Everything needs to be focused pretty much on business.
All right. Marketing funnel. What do we have there? What is that?
Marketing funnel is basically the concept of like the freest, easiest thing, captures the most people, like signing up for the newsletter, and then you funnel them down into hiring your small service, and then they get into your big, expensive services, and you're trying to funnel down, and you end up with the biggest clients down at the bottom. So it's a way to massage people into being clients.
All right. Do me a quick test if you would.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Micah checker.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I actually won't be that close, but I guess it's still.
That's okay. That's okay. All right. eBig Online. What is today? This is October 7th, so I can go back and okay. This week on Big Online with Jason. Look at you.
Sorry.
You need some water or something?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Okay. This week on Big Online with Jason Broadwater of RevenFlo, we're going to talk about a term that's very new to me, but I think I get the concept: marketing funnel. Jason?
Basically, a marketing funnel. If you picture a funnel, when you got the big part at the top and the small part at the bottom, it's a way to funnel in prospects and bring them through a process. So, for example, like with my company, the biggest part of our funnel is our newsletter. You know, we have the most prospects signed up on our newsletter. I don't know how many of those people will ever end up being clients. You know, there's a lot of them, a couple hundred that are in this newsletter. Some people have thousands, you know. And those people just want the free information from the newsletter. As we move people forward, the funnel gets smaller. Some of those people will come and do a free consultation. Now, that takes a little more effort, a little more commitment, even though it's free, but it's a little more, you know. So not all those people are going to do that, so the funnel gets smaller. Now, some of those, we actually do very well with people who get free consultations, usually hire us in some capacity. So, you know, some of those people will move even further down the funnel and hire us for some small project, or maybe, you know, some will hire us for a large build out or whatever, big website build. And the funnel keeps getting smaller and smaller until at the very bottom is our top end client, I guess you call it, where it's somebody that we've done a big build for, and then they have retained us on a quarterly marketing program. We're doing aggressive marketing quarter by quarter basis. So that's our marketing funnel, and it just starts with somebody who signs up for our newsletter might 6 months from now end up being one of these top level clients. We have no idea, and we don't know which ones may or may not. And it's a way to push people through this funnel without me having to go and meet with every single person all the time.
Yeah.
And weed through kind of who may or may not be interested. It's an automated kind of relationship building process.
But at least really just the time and effort that you put into this newsletter helps to funnel those prospective clients to you, whether they are just getting information like you said, or whether they become an actual client who has to build a website and give quarterly advice on it and whatnot. This is a helpful tool, at least to help with that marketing funnel, you're saying, with this newsletter.
Oh yeah, the newsletter is a great thing to have at the top of your funnel, but you know, you can have all kinds of things at the top of the funnel. I mean, you can use the concept in a micro fashion. For example, let's say you're giving some type of seminar. The people who attend are at the very top of the funnel. Maybe the people who take some handout, fill out some handout you have that they're interested, are further down the funnel. People who actually call you, you know, are more interested, and on and on. The people who hire you are at the very bottom of the funnel. So you can use this concept in many different ways.
Okay, that's 3 minutes.
Great.
Good. Okay, autoresponders. What the heck is an autoresponder?
Autoresponder technically is basically just an automated process that an email will be sent to somebody based on something they did. Like they fill out a form and they get an email back. But what's important about it is the methodology, how you can send an email a week, it's the same thing as relationship building over time, where you have these pre-written automatic emails being sent out to people.
Okay. This week on Big Online with Jason Broadwater of RevenFlo, we're going to talk a little about autoresponders. What are we talking about, Jason?
Well, an autoresponder, from a technical standpoint, is very simple. It's just an email that's sent to you, an automated email that's sent to you. So let's say that you go to a website and you say you want the free report on cabinet refacing, and you put in your name and email, and you get an email back, automated. Somebody didn't actually send it to you, the computer did, you know, the website did. That's all an autoresponder is. It's an automatically sent email. But the way you can use this technology is where it starts to get interesting. The methodology behind it. For example, it's a way to build relationships over time. So let's say that you have someone come to your site and you offer insurance, and they want to know more about how their insurance is going to be affected by what's going on currently in the economy. I have no idea. So you have a little free report. Well, they put in their name and their email. They get an email back saying, "Here's your free report. We appreciate it. Click here to download it. Thank you for your interest." And then a week later, they might get another email, again pre-written, automated, that says, "Hey, we hope you enjoyed that report. Please let us know if you have any questions. We're currently running some kind of deal or something." Then a week later, they get another email. And you could do this. You can do 3 emails. You can do 6 emails. You can do whatever you want. You can automate it in any fashion you want. But the point is to capture somebody who's interested, obviously interested. They're demonstrating they're interested, and then follow up with them. It's just like the old sales principles of, hey, if I speak with somebody and they tell me that they're interested in what I'm doing and they'd love to talk, if I don't call them back a day or 2 later, then I'm a fool.
Well, I know it's kind of hit and miss, but isn't that kind of pushing the envelope of the danger of possibly sending out spam, trash email?
Well,
if you reach a certain point.
Yeah, but if they submit their email and name for interest of getting something from you, it's not spam. Yet you're right. I mean, you don't want to, regardless of whether it's legally spam or not or whatever, you don't want to irritate people.
Yeah, we don't want to bog them down. I mean, initially,
Yeah.
if they request that information, you can send it to them, and then I don't guess there's any set formula with how many follow-ups you should send them, or
Right.
what is too much.
Exactly. People argue it. The hardcore hard sell marketers are like, "Oh, now you're going to send them, 800 emails for the next 1,000 years." I tend to be more soft sell. So what I might do is send maybe 3, and on the 3rd one say, we really appreciate your whatever, and click here if you'd like to sign up to receive continued helpful information, and you
Right.
basically sign them up for your newsletter at that point.
Okay. Okay, good deal. All righty, moving right along. Lead generation. This week on Be Big Online with Jason Broadwater of RevenFlo, a little about lead generation. Fill us in, if you would.
Well, generating leads is what service businesses are all about. Essentially, trying to, in the long term, they're offering relationships and serving people well. But in terms of sales, you got to generate leads to get started somehow.
Is it really any different generating leads out in the...
Ravinia Miller, please see Noreen before you leave. Ravinia Miller, please see Noreen before you leave.
Is it really any different generating leads out in the quote-unquote real world than generating leads online?
Well, basically, the online aspect is a supplemental part of the process. I mean, if you're a service business, the internet cannot serve your clients for you. It's part of your customer service process. It's part of your lead generation process. But you can do some really cool specific things. Like, you can create a page that is a get a free estimate page, for example. Let's say you do, I don't know, whatever. You come out and give them a free estimate on whatever you do. Then you can run like pay-per-click ads where you're going to show up on the first page of Google results in your geographic marketplace by zip code or whatever if they type in your service. Like, I need plumbing help, or I need, whatever they might need. You show up, they click on it, and it lands right on the page that says, "Hey, we'll give you a free estimate and 10% off whatever. Just fill out this form and we'll take care of everything." They fill out the form, and all of a sudden you've gotten a lead. Now, once you set it up, there's no continued effort on your part to be beating on doors, to be calling people. It's going to generate leads on its own, and it's going to send them to you. Now, how you follow up on those leads and whether they become customers is all about, how effective you are in what you do. But the website can be used, a capture page of some kind, of free estimate page, can be used to just get you started and generate some leads so you have somebody to call.
So at least it's a start, but once again, that personal attention to detail and that personal attention that you take with the customer themselves and that prospect, I guess, is the big thing.
That's exactly right. Don't think that your website is going to replace your efforts in customer service. That's absolutely not the case. It should reflect your efforts in customer service. If you are great at customer service, your website should reflect and enhance that.
Okay, good deal. Blogging. This week on Be Big Online with Jason Broadwater of RevenFlo, going to talk a little bit about blogging. Now, from a business prospect, how can blogging serve you, or what should we look for as far as blogging from a business aspect?
Well, blogging is the buzzword right now, and basically all a blog is it's the ability to log into a little system and post a piece of content about whatever you want to post. I mean, whether you're talking about your cat's feelings or whether you're talking about the current state of the economic marketplace in your county, I mean, it's the same technology and the same method in terms of publishing the content. And both of them will help your search rankings in whatever you're talking about. But the importance of it is having a conversation with an audience. It's just like this show for me, Jay. You know, I love coming in here and talking about this stuff because I love this stuff and I just love the chance to talk about it, and I hope that it helps some people. Well, blogging serves the same purpose. If you know a lot about what you do and you really want to create conversations with people, start writing about it and just post it. And people will find it, they'll come to it, they'll read it, they'll appreciate it, and they might start leaving comments, and they might say, hey, I'm going to call this guy. He seems to know what he's talking about.
Okay. Let's see here. What else can I build on as far as that goes? I've often looked upon blogging as kind of a personal diary. If you want it to, it can kind of give a person a glimpse into your own life, and you could really use that to your benefit as far as marketing your own product. If a person knows a bit more about you, then they may be more apt to build that relationship and become a customer.
That's exactly right. But though, keep in mind, I totally agree with you, and that's what blogging, the convention of blogging, is, this personal conversation. But you can also use the blogging technology, which again is just the easy way to publish content. You could write third-person formal articles that are consumer awareness articles about your industry, and you can publish those. That will control the tone of the blog, and it will determine who's interested in reading it or not reading it. So you can use the technology however you want, but I agree, most of the time it's about giving an insight into your personality, building relationships, and starting a conversation.
Okay, good deal. All right, repurposing content. I'll just have you tell me all about that again. This week on Be Big Online with Jason Broadwater of RevenFlo, a bit about repurposing content. What do you mean?
Well, excuse me, the web is based on content. It's not, nobody can build for you some amazing website and then it's going to change your world, rock your world kind of thing. It's content. People use the web to find content, whether they're reading an article, watching a video, listening to an audio, they're researching information, searching through cars, who knows what they're doing, but they're looking for information, for content. It's a content-driven medium. So the key is to create interesting, relevant, useful content. So that can be time-consuming and or expensive, which is the same thing, really. So when you create content, look for as many ways to repurpose it as possible. For example, if you write an article, it should go in your newsletter, it should go in your blog, it should go in your archives, it could be excerpted in some way, and it could be posted as comments on other people's blogs. Try to use that interesting content in as many different fashions as you can.
Interesting. Okay. How can you really use that to your benefit, though?
Well, you know, whatever your strategy is, if you're using your newsletter to take, you know, a large amount of prospects and work them through kind of a funnel to figure out which ones are going to be long-term clients, well, you need to be sending them interesting content. They signed up to get it, so they need to get something. On your site, you want to have publish as frequently as possible because it helps your search rankings and it makes your site active and not dead. So, you know, you write one article and you can achieve both strategies. So it's really each tool that you're using, you should be using it in a strategy to somehow build and grow your business. But when you have, each tool needs content or it can't function. So when you create a piece of content, you see how many of the different tools that you're using that you can repurpose that content into.
And I guess, too, the more active you are, the better your search ranking is going to be. Is that true?
Oh, the web is about frequency. The web's happening right now. The web is not happening yesterday. It's happening right now. Turn it on and it's right now. So the more frequently that you are communicating and publishing content, the better search rankings you'll have, the better activity you'll have, the better visitor behavior you'll have, the better everything you'll have.
But obviously you want to make sure that it's relevant. You don't want to bog people down with nonsensical articles and whatnot, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. It's quality. It's not just quantity. It's quality and frequency.
Okay, good deal. That should do it, my friend.
All right, man. Let me turn off this.
We're set for at least 5 weeks here.